Hey guys, my name is Michael or Kubera, and today, I guess destiny is here because the same week that I made that faithful decision that, hey, maybe I should focus on the crypto channel, I guess I got a sign that said, bam, Bitcoin is at $11,000 right now. It's the third time Bitcoin has hit 11,000. First was 2017, 2018, that big bull run right there. Then last year in 2019, a lot of people were getting excited, but it was too early. We needed a crash. We needed the economy to be falling apart, and here we are. So while for the rest of the world there's bad news, for us it's good news. So today we're talking about Bitcoin's rise and some of the factors into why it's rising currently. Is this better than 2017, 2018? Let's go into it. Let's roll the intro. Just my morning cup of Joe, got the laptop on, and what the Jesus Christ, 371? We just did a live stream last night, and it was 374, 375, 376, now it's 371. What is going on, guys? This is not good. So let me show you when I arrived in Poland. So here's 2018. I arrived somewhere right here, and then it went up to a high of 429. And then we saw, hey, it was also around 429 here. So guys, there are so many patterns that are telling me this is a repeat of 2017, but it's gonna be crazier for Bitcoin. Oh my, buy dollar. All right, let's begin with the reasons. First of all, I have been checking for the past month conversions of the US dollar into euros, the US dollar into various currencies, and I noticed, whoa, there's a big drop off. And what's going on? So stocks, you know, everything with Tesla, with Amazon, with all these crazy stocks that have been exploding left and right. Jeff Bezos is now close to $200 billion net worth. You realize that the top billionaires are now worth 20% more than they were before the pandemic. And you're like, whoa, that's crazy. While most people were losing their jobs, a good portion of rich people got even richer. Bitcoin is past 11,300. And there's a few reasons that we have to look at. So both macro and micro events, not just what is happening in the crypto world, but even more importantly, what's happening this year. First of all, the economy is falling apart, but for some reason, stocks are rising up. Now, at first, this makes sense. The government has printed essentially trillions of dollars. A lot of stimulus checks have been sent out. Companies have been getting PPP loans. People want to get back into it. They want to start working again. They want to start investing. But officially, we are in a recession. There's still tens of millions of unemployed Americans collecting benefits. And it's a little weird when you see Tesla being pumped up or even bankrupt companies being pumped up. So you know something's going on. So that makes some investors feel a little uneasy, and that's why they might turn to gold. But gold has pumped a little bit. So gold's supposed to be the stable one. It's not really an investment. Most people have it, especially the rich people have it, because it's a nice asset. It's not a liability where you put your money into it and suddenly, boom, you lost all your money. It's great for traveling because you're able to sell gold anywhere in the world. It's really, really easy to sell gold. You're able to go to a money exchange place where there's everywhere around the world, at an airport, at malls, in the city, in the suburbs, wherever you want, and those money exchange places will accept your gold. There's also gold shops, pawn shops. Everybody's going to accept gold, right? So gold has pumped up, and since 1971, since the Bretton Woods system has been dissolved, what that was essentially every single dollar was backed in gold. Now in 1971, that was changed, and both the debts, the loans, everything kind of went up into the clouds until we got to this point where the US government and governments around the world, Japan has a huge debt problem. These governments can suddenly not pay these debts anymore. But debt is important. Without it, governments would have collapsed already. So it's a very, very complex issue here. We've got trillions of dollars in debt. Since 1971, trillions of dollars haven't been backed by gold, and that means essentially with rising inflation, the value of the dollar has fallen a lot, and we can see that even within the past 2-3 weeks. When you're comparing the US dollar to euros or even the US dollar to the Polish currency, I saw that when I'm getting paid in US dollars, it's great when you live here. It's a cheap country, you're getting a lot of dollars, but it's
better when the US dollar has a lot of value to it. So when I first came to Poland in 2017, at maximum peak, I guess I got lucky, each dollar was worth 4.29. Then it fell below 4 and it was chilling around 3.90, 3.80. Now again, this year, 2020, not long ago was 4.28, 4.29, absolutely amazing. The dollar was very, very valuable. And now it has fallen to 3.70. That is really, really bad. That is a big difference. To put things into perspective, if you are getting paid 1,000 US dollars, and we're looking at a difference of just 4 weeks. So in just 1 month, a lot of things have happened. Back then, 1 month ago, $1,000 would give you 4,000 PLN. I hate loud motorcycles like that. Jesus, that should be not allowed, banned. Bad for tinnitus. Good thing I'm in a car. That's actually why I bought a car, because I hate going to a grocery store and you hear these loud motorcycles. I don't want to ruin my hearing. I bought a cheap car. There's been so many of that. Anyways, just within the past 4 weeks, there was a difference of 300 PLN. What can 300 PLN buy you? Well, it can buy a full gas tank, where that will give me around 650, 700 kilometers if I'm going very slow. That, if I'm using it very little just to go to the groceries, that gas can last me for a month. And I'd still have anywhere from 50 to 70 PLN to spend on groceries. If I'm being very frugal, that's enough food for a few days. If I'm being very frugal, just the 300 and not including gas, that gives me enough food, water, and indispensable gear for the next 2 weeks. Now, that's just been evaporated. See you, goodbye. And that's just with a case of $1,000. If you're getting paid 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, it's a multiplier. So think about how many times you could refill your gas, how many times you could go to the grocery store, how many times you could have doctor visits. This is just what's happened in the past 4 weeks. Now remember, it fell from 4.29, a huge peak. So then you double that and you realize, whoa, if someone's getting paid a lot, obviously they have got money to support themselves. But here's the problem. Many people aren't living a normal life. They're living paying their bills off, and they're living on their credit cards. They got huge debts racking up. They need to pay off their car. They need to pay off their mortgage. They need to pay off a lot of things. So when you put all of that into perspective, where the US dollar is falling, inflation is going up, tax rates will go up eventually because of what's happened over the past few months, you still may not see it yet. But we're in a recession. Things aren't good. Many businesses are going bankrupt. Many people are going unemployed. Some of these people won't be able to get jobs for the next year, 2, 3. These people aren't going to be spending money into the economy. Companies aren't going to be able to sell as many cars. Companies aren't going to be able to sell as many plane tickets. The tourism industry has been hit hard. Many countries around the world, smaller countries, but still, they've been impacted so hard that they're slashing their rates to 50%. Half off, just anybody come here. Seriously, we need the rich people to come, because they will collapse without tourism. So it's not just America, it's the entire world. And then you have Bitcoin, where usually Bitcoin is the unstable one. Usually Bitcoin is going crazy. Well, what's happened over the past few weeks is Bitcoin has been incredibly stable. It has risen a little bit, maybe it fell a little bit here, $100, $200, but mainly it's been around 9,200, 9,300, 9,400. There was a few days where, yes, it hit close to $10,000. And then suddenly we have two options. Either it can go down because it has been stable for a long period. So as soon as a big price action happens, a whale decides to dump or a whale decides to buy, depending on whether they're feeling bullish or bearish. And suddenly the market reacts to that because they see, whoa, this guy's going up or this guy's going down. Let's fight that. Let's go with it. Let's see what happens. There's going to be a lot of action happening that one day. And there was a lot of action and it went up. So the whales are feeling bullish. People are feeling bullish right now. We went past 11,300. So some people sold because they saw, whoa, suddenly huge profits here and there. Ethereum has some crazy updates with Ethereum 2.0 coming up. So there's a lot of excitement around that. There's a lot of great DeFi projects coming into the space now. It's much more stable. And you see these giant companies like PayPal, Visa, MasterCard, hundreds of other companies, these institutional investors who used to be hypocrites and said they were against Bitcoin are now buying Bitcoin, are now writing articles about Bitcoin. And you piece all of this together and you realize, okay, Bitcoin's been very stable and the economy has been unstable, where stocks were going up like crazy. Oil prices went negative not too long ago. There's trillions of dollars that have been spent by the government that have been essentially printed out of thin air, which half of that didn't even go to the poor people. Half of that just went to corporations. There's a lot of mistrust right now. There's a lot of panic. There's still the pandemic. It's not like it just went away magically. There's still people dying. And then you realize that's why crypto has a better chance this year than back in 2017. Back in 2017, a lot of people just wanted to get rich. Now a lot of people are realizing, whoa, this isn't going away. This isn't a scam. This is something that can be a hedge against the US dollar. People were thinking, well, maybe gold's a hedge against the US dollar. However, when you compare it, and we're going to make a video about this, when you compare the two, Bitcoin has actually been a better hedge against the US dollar than gold this year. So institutional investors are getting on board. There's a lot of excitement. There's hype. It's not going to go up to $20,000 really, really quick like 2017, most likely. But I don't care about the price. I care about the fact that there's better stability. The institutional investors are getting on board, and that means ultimately Bitcoin will go up. More people will be using it. Good times are ahead of us. So that's the video. Thanks guys so much for watching. It is so hot in the car right now that the glasses that I put on, I keep them in the car. These are old glasses that have been scratched up and I need them to drive. So for many people, they're like, why do you wear the same sunglasses? These are actually prescription sunglasses, so I need them, and I am really, really sensitive to light. My eyes, for some reason, I don't know, they don't really work well, so even a reflection off the sun, bam, it immediately burns my eyes, even sometimes in these. So normal glasses, I can't do it, need sunglasses to drive. And it's so hot that I burn myself while putting on the glasses. Crazy stuff. Anyways, let me know what you think about Bitcoin. Let me know what you think about cryptocurrency. Is this more stable than 2017, 2018? Where do you think we're going to be in 2021? Are you hopeful? Is this because of the Bitcoin halving event? You know, based off of the past 2 Bitcoin halving events, now there's been over 3. It seems like history likes to repeat itself, where usually there's a hype period, goes up and goes down right around the halving event. So the hype is before the event, then you wait a little bit, whether it's a few weeks or a few months, and bam, it goes up. So long term, Bitcoin's going up anyways. What's going to be the new limit? Is it $50,000? Is it $30,000, $20,000? Will we hit past $20,000? I mean, the day that we do hit past $20,000, and there is a chance of that happening, I don't know if that's next year, if that's 5 years from now, 10 years, but at the rate that everything's going, man, it's going to be very, very interesting to see what's going to happen past that. So guys, see you in the next video.